Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Control Warrior. This is not my own version of the deck, this comes from the Chinese server, but this deck has been a lot of fun. I have truly enjoyed finally playing a control deck. As you may have noticed, I've already posted a couple of gameplay videos of this deck because, yeah, games tend to be pretty long, so it's hard to put them all into a single guide video. But don't worry, there will be plenty of gameplay with the deck in this video as well. So, a Control Warrior, what is that all about? This version, this is really a fatigue style Control Warrior, so you're really all about removing all of the opponent's threats and then just winning the game. And you're doing that by using lots of fun cards like Bulwark of Azinot. Whenever a hero would take damage, this loses one durability instead. Useless in some matchups, very good in some others. Archivist Elysiana, Battlecry, discover 5 cards, replace your deck with 2 copies of each. So you can safely go to fatigue earlier than your opponent even, play Archivist Elysiana, get another 10 cards into the deck, delay your fatigue. Alternatively, you can also use Archivist Elysiana to just destroy bombs in your deck. So you're playing against Bomb Warrior, they have a bunch of bombs in your deck, you play Archivist Elysiana. Oops, all the bombs are gone. Just don't do that too early or the Bomb Warrior might win you in fatigue, so they need to have drawn some cards by that point. And then there is Rattlegore. 9 mana 9/9, Death Rattle, resummon this with -1/-1. And what can I say about Rattlegore? Rattlegore is great. If there's no silence or transformation effect available against it, it just keeps coming. You can use it to trade, you can use it to go face, just anything you like. The deck includes pretty much all the removal pieces you can have in a deck. There are those risky skippers with an Armor Smith, there's Separately great for the late game, but before playing Archivist Elysiana, because then you have duplicates in the deck again. There's Blade Storms, there's Brawls, there's even Macteridon, there's a Coerce, all sorts of stuff, Deathwing, Mad Aspect. Lots of stuff to remove the opponent's threats. There's a Kobold Sticky Finger also to steal some weapons, give you something to hit into opponent's minions or into opponent's face sometimes. Very slow fatigue style deck. That is of course a little bit meta dependent, because there are currently cards in this game that would make playing this sort of deck impossible. But those cards are not seeing that much play right now, so Priest matchup is almost impossible with the deck if we talk about performance. This has one of the worst Priest matchups ever. Each replay puts it like 15% for the Warrior to beat Priest, and that is very low. Other than that, this is an above 50% deck on HS replay. My personal win rate with this deck was 65%, I played this quite a lot, I had a great time with this. But of course, a sample size in tens of games is always different than a sample size in thousands of games, but this is still doing above 50% even on that large sample size. So while it is not a top tier deck, it is indeed a playable deck right now. As for the mulligans with the deck, you're generally looking for Ankar, Kozekash. This sort of Ankar just gives you all sorts of card draw and removal pieces. Kozekash gets you closer to your weapons. Then if you're defending, Armor Smith is the card that you want the most, because Ankar or Kozekash can help you tutor for your Risky Skippers, then Risky Skipper Armor Smith is typically the path to gaining lots of armor against aggressive decks. Also an early removal piece like Blade Storm can be really useful in these very aggressive matchups. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also support the channel by joining as a member here on YouTube or joining as a subscriber on Twitch, where I live stream 6 days a week, so check down below for a link to my Twitch channel if you're interested in that. And now, let's go take a look at Control Warrior in action. Maybe not, we'll see. Still choosing what deck to craft. Alright, yeah. Big decisions. I'm just chilling. Replaced the sauna stones today, so sauna was a little bit better now. And hi Bishop, good evening. I don't know what the previous person who had lived here had done with that sauna. It was in terrible shape, but now it's good. So life is good. I've never seen sauna. Oh, whoa, what? Really? Just casually dropping that Sorcerer's Apprentice? Oh my goodness. I mean, I've got to kill it. That was a surprising move. That double battle rage is not great. I'm going to have to shield slam that one too. I may have to. I mean, the alternative is to Ankar to start drawing the pirates. But that would mean leaving the mage with a spell damage minion. And I don't think I want that to happen. I'd rather just shield slam it away. Let's give that a try. And then let's give Squelch a try. You like going to sauna. It's written S-A-U-N-A, by the way. One of the very few Finnish words that is widely used in other languages as well. But yeah, sure. I'm from Finland. That's all we do. We always go to the sauna. That's our life here. Eat cards in hand, alright. Now a couple have a sauna and only wash themselves in there. Well, we don't go quite that far. I mean, like once a week, twice a week, something like that is fairly typical in Finland. Cheaper spells, lots of wound thieves. What is there not to like? I want to pull the second skipper. When I do that, my hand will be full. So then I would need to do something. I could consider playing the sticky finger. I don't think there is a skipper play this turn. It doesn't look like it. This mage deck is not going to have... Mage deck is not going to have weapons. But they will have spells that they want to target into something in order to get to do things. Sticky Finger is still the least valuable card in my hand. I'll just spend that one now. Basically, I want to make a traditional Russian sauna. I don't know what the Russian sauna is like, really. I mean, I think Russians use same kind of saunas as Finns do, for the most part anyway. Do you try out viewers' decks? Well, as a channel point reward, I play viewer decks, but not otherwise, no, not really, no. So, Skipper, Armorsmith, Battle Rage. So I suppose I'll give it a try. Skipper, Armorsmith gets rid of the illusion and the Chandies. Then a Battle Rage draws 3 cards. My hand is full again. Then I could play another Armorsmith. Then I would have the double Armorsmith on the board, but they would die rather quickly. Alternatively, I could coin the Quartermaster. Get a lackey. I think coin Quartermaster is fine here. Let's do that. Don't give me some armor. Kills the Wand Thief. Puts me to 9 cards. I think this is acceptable. Alright. Raz. Okay, Raz will now kill everything. Fine, fine. Well, the Brute could kill Raz. I also have an active Zephyrus now. That's intriguing. If I do Blade Storm, I'll go down to 5 mana. There will be 2 damaged minions on the board. Then the Brute can kill the Raz. That would still leave the Lap Partner on the board. What other plays do I have? I mean, I could also go with Skipper, Armorsmith. Skipper Almosmith Brute is doable. Skipper Almosmith. No, Brute costs 2, then it's the Brute. And it's the Battle Rage. Brute goes there. And then it's Goblin Lackey somewhere. Most just to get some armor. Go to 9 cards. So then I have 9 cards, I have a bunch of armor. I have a Brute on the board. I suppose something like this is acceptable. Just picking up all of my good stuff. Alright. Second Sorcerer's Apprentice. Going to be some kind of Mana Cyclone turn. Both of these currently have 2 health, so that would mean that a Blade Storm could simply clear them. We'll see. It's going to be some kind of Mana Cyclone. No matter what, some kind of Mana Cyclone is going to happen. The question is just what else? Are there Mana Giants too, or something like that? We're about to find out. Could be some Giants too. Then it could be a Brawl. Then I have that Barrow Blade Storm as a clear of anything. There's a chance still of some. We'll see. We're about to run out of time here. Well, the secret is interesting. I could drop a shield block into the secret in case it happens to be counter spell. Yeah, let's see if it's counter spell. Not even a counter spell. Right. And then I'll just Blade Storm those away. Hero power, I'm at 9 cards. Okay. But there's still more to come. Especially the Mana Giant with the Conjurer's Calling. Spend 2 copies of Conjurer's Calling on that. That's okay. So, quite a few options here. Barrow Blade Storm does something. Then there's like Macteridon Blade Storm. Then I don't have a great way to do things with Barrow. I do wonder. I don't want to brawl that board, I do want to kill all of these. There's going to be another Mana Giant at some point. Maybe it's the Mag and Blade Storm. That seems fine. Let's do Mag and Blade Storm. That kills the warders. Mag wakes up, kills all of these. That seems fine. Alright, so Spellbend, Vaporize, Ice Barrier or Flame Ward is the secret. Devolving Missiles I don't particularly mind. I mean, having some of my stuff taken away doesn't make much of a difference. Oh, well, that Mulligans. Mulligans is a little scary looking, isn't it? I suppose it is, yeah. So I'll have to coerce the Mali. Then there's still going to be one more Mana Giant left after that, and the Solarian Prime. Don't want to play Kargat on this board. Don't want to kill off the Kargat to play around potentially more copies of Devolving Missiles. I think I may have to just get that Kargat into the deck. That seems like a good idea. It's just Kargat. And Kargat is going into the deck. And then I'll just coerce the Mulligans away. Ah, I didn't take into account the potential for Spellbender. That's my bad, I suppose. Does that mean that I have to spend the Barrow? I guess it means that. I forgot that it could be a Spellbender. That was maybe a mistake. Because now there's one more Mana Giant left. Well, I have a Kargat, I have a Deathwing, and I have a Zephyrus. So I suppose I still have enough tools. And once I'm out of cards, I will play the Elysiana, which means that I will then have a fatigue advantage. There's also that. Casting Puzzle Box! How about that one? Now anything can happen. Heals me. Okay. Well, there is a priest spell and some warlock cards, right? Ah, the Devolving Missile is a good one. And the Pyroblast is going to my face because that's a Solarian original. And no longer from the puzzle box. Well, the buff doesn't matter. I have the Brute anyway. Okay. So that's I'm just going to Brute that away. The Brute will die, of course, and now there are some further cards in the Mage's hand. And after I use Elysiana, Zephyrus will become deactivated. So I would like to use Zephyrus before Elysiana, ideally. Okay, that's not a big deal. There's still one Mana Giant left. So is this just the Deathwing turn? And this could also be a Brawl turn. There's one more Mana Cyclone. There's one more Mana Giant. No Apprentices. Kind of want the Betrug to die. I think I can just Brawl this board, right? Let's Brawl that board and see what happens. Yep, that's pretty good. Wildfiend winning the Brawl, sweet. So, Mana Giant, Mana Cyclone, some more random cards. Potentially more Devolving Missiles. I've seen a couple of Devolving Missiles, but there can still be more where those came from. What if it's Mirror Entity on my Deathwing? What if it's a Mirror Entity on my Kargat? Neither of those is a whole lot of fun. I guess Mirror Entity on Kargat is less bad.
What now?
But how? Alright. No, so now there are no more Mana Giants. But there are still more random spells. Could also be like a counter spell, of course. Do I want to draw the Corsair Cache? I mean, I will deactivate my Zephyrus if I play the Elysiana. Would I have needed an active Zephyrus? I think active Zephyrus is still useful. Let's take that trade. And play the Rattlegore now that I know it's not Entity. There can be more Devolving Missiles. I kind of expect there to be more Devolving Missiles, to be honest. And there's one more Mana Cyclone turn. But maybe. But hunters often have freezing traps. Maybe Kagat was too greedy of a keep. Fun was challenging when you don't expect it. Really? Is that fun? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. The deck is doing fairly well, I have to say.
Let me work my magic.
Well, this could be a problem. You just don't do that, will you? Just don't. I might do greedy if I armor up now and play Ankar next turn. By playing Armor Smith now I force the double trade. But then I won't have an Armor Smith anymore. It's fine. Let's force the double trade. But that using that hero power immediate, that was such a colossal mistake. Because you're never going to, unless the hero power is going to be used this turn. I just don't think it ever will be. But if it is, then that's the only scenario where that was not a mistake. Because otherwise there's always a chance that you top deck a Face Stalker or something. And you will get much more out of your hero power later on. You only use the zero cost hero power if you know that you are going to spend mana on the hero power the following turn. Or you suspect very strongly that you will. And this was not a top deck card, so this was always going to be the turn to play. Which means that that was always a mistake.
Nothing but a bunch of big bears.
So if I play Kagat here, and I use Kagat to kill the sharpshooter, this could wake up and hit into the Kagat. It also might not. It's fine, I'll do that. This wakes up if it goes into Kagat. It goes face. Then that means that if that card is a Face Stalker and then there's hero power for a freezing trap, then that can really do things. Well, that's a lot of stuff. And it could be a freezing trap. Or it could be a pressure plate, of course. Can't do Skipper in the Brute. Nope, that will not be possible.
Do your worst. I have more to give. I must choose.
So this will be Blade Storm. I'm going to kill that one. I'm going to play with Corsair Cash now. I'm taking some damage here. The secret is most likely going to be a pressure plate. Okay. So I'm taking some damage, but I have the Bulwark coming. So much depends on whether there's... what sort of minions are coming next. Oh dear. So that's another... Okay, no, it was a wall prisoner, okay. And I can't clear this with the Skipper. That's tough, that's really tough. Bulwark is almost all going to be depleted next turn. That's acceptable.
What now?
I just need to find a little bit more here. So then the Bulwark will take 4 hits from these. Then there's still going to be that 5th. So Bulwark doesn't really mind. Tough position. Well, now there's Bladestorm. There is also Skipper, Kobold Sticky Finger to steal the Eaglehorn Bow. That works, right? It definitely works. Let's check if it's explosives. It's not.
I'll show you who's boss. I'll show you who's boss.
Now both of these will activate. All of the minions will die. I will be in the possession of the Eaglehorn Bow. And I'm at 17 health. Hunter's down to 2 cards. Okay. And Dragon Baby sees 2. Ah, sucks to be the hunter. Let's start pressuring. 2 cards. Obviously there's a pressure plate, so if I play a spell then the Deathwing will die. But I have 2 more turns and I will have lethal here. Unless there's a freezing trap. Ah, and the Voracious Reader. So probably a freezing trap. Freezing trap and the Reader. Reader makes all the difference. Alright. Reader can still make all the difference. I can't set up the lethal through the freezing trap. Yep, that's the freezing trap. Do I want Battle Rage now? Yeah, I think I do. I want that card. Bladestorm the minions. Don't hit. No, I might not even want to hit. So the 15, but now the hunter is renewed. Both kill commands are left. Eaglehorn Bow is left. There's another freezing trap left, in case I replay the Deathwing. This can get ugly. If another secret is played this turn, this can get ugly. Kill command number 1. So there's going to be a freezing trap, right? And the pressure plate, of course. So I want this to go into the freezing trap. I can't kill both of the beasts. So kill command top deck is good still. This goes into the freezing trap. So that's 5 damage. If there's a kill command top deck, I would die. So I have to play the shield block in order to not die to a potential kill command top deck. Now there's no more freezing trap, so Deathwing will kill the board next turn. If there's no kill command, the Reader top deck can also do it, right? 3 cards for the next turn. Ouch. There's a kill command, there's a bow. What else is there? Felmaw, Initiate, Demon Companion. Oh boy. I would have needed a Kagat Prime. So I need to spend its spells here. Brawl and Coerce so that I get 2 armor up. This allows me to go 10. But kill command and the bow. There's enough damage to kill me if I don't find the Kagat Prime.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
No, it's still a Face Hunter deck. It's still a Face Hunter deck. I found the Kagat Prime. There cannot be another freezing trap. No, I've seen 2 freezing traps. So it's explosive trap. Could be back tactics, I guess. Unlikely, but possible. But this has got to be the Kagat Prime. I can kill the Kolek first. There's always going to be a beast. Also back tactics. But it's fine. It's still fine with the Kagat Prime. Even with the back tactics. Now this has got to be killed. There's one top deck card.
Well fought. I can see.
I don't know how the Face Hunter made that such a game. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.